All right, so this is another cross versus battle, right? So this is Naruto versus Luffy, but Naruto during the pain invasion. So he has Sage mode, but he doesn't know how to use it. Like he knows how to use it, right? But he can't. He ain't effective at using it. He can't keep that shit like coming back. He has to keep shadow clones and mount me a Boku, and send the shadow clone back so he can catch his Sage energy back and other things, right? And then Luffy during Sabaody, Return to Sabaody. Like the type of Luffy I am right now. You see that? You see that Luffy, versus Naruto during the Pain Invasion. And so there's two scenarios. The first scenario is basically, Luffy's in place of the Pains and he's fighting against Naruto in the Hidden Leaf Village after it got destroyed and stuff. And then in the second scenario, it's you know Luffy coming back, getting his crew back together, and then them trying to get to Fisherman Island before Naruto like tries to stop them, or whatever, But they're like fighting and shit, right? So scenario one in the Naruto verse, right? Naruto's strong, stronger than Luffy in this situation. See, he has more, invested in the area, right? So he's like more willing to fight harder for what he loves. That's his place. That's who he's trying to be, the Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village, y'all. So he ain't gonna let some guy like anybody destroy that village or harm any of the people. If he has anything to say about it. So his strength is it's Naruto. Strength goes to Naruto in that situation. Speed though goes to Luffy. Luffy is fast as fuck after the time skip. Um, like he come on second gear. Like you ain't gonna like Luffy. Even Naruto won't be able to find him. Like Luffy or Naruto would barely be able to react in Sage mode. He'll put his guard up before Luffy gets there, and like literally like seconds before. And that's if Naruto's really cool with his Sage mode. Luffy will be there quick in front of him. And endurance goes to Luffy. Luffy has endurance like crazy. He can play the long game with Naruto if he has to. And then the durability also goes to Luffy. As after the time skip, he's not just rubber guy, right? He has armament hockey, and it's noticeable. His punches are harder and everything, right? But he can reflect shit off of him. He turns his arm into fucking metal basically. He's all right. Intelligence goes to Naruto though. Naruto's still smarter than Luffy. Like it don't matter, like, and I'll say this next time too I do this, but it don't matter what time it is in the series. Like as babies, as old men, as anything, Naruto will always be smarter than Luffy. you know, um, but with that being said, the experience goes to Luffy, and then close skills also go to Luffy. Luffy don't do nothing else but use his fists and kicks. You know, now he can stretch his arm and hit Naruto if he's like way the fuck over there, and tap him, and he can use Gatling if he has to find the real Naruto and hit him. If Naruto pops out with what moves he uses. Range skills is Naruto, the Shadow Clone Jutsu, right? But then Naruto has Rasen Shuriken. He can now at this point in the series, this Naruto can pop off, more than like man, he can pop off 3 or 4 if he needs to, maybe even 5. Rasen Shuriken. Yeah. And that's the range skills that Naruto has. Um, then the recoup goes to Naruto because like he has QB chakra, not control of it, but he has it still if he needs it. And then hacks go to Naruto. Like I said, he has the Nine Tails chakra and all that, right? And then the environment then goes to Naruto. So basically, in this scenario, the first scenario, Naruto wins. He wins this exchange between Luffy and Naruto. And when it comes to being in the Naruto verse, and Naruto protecting the Leaf Village from Luffy. Now, the second scenario, though, where they're at Saboady Archipelago, and Luffy has to, like, get his crew together so they can get out of there, but not just that, protect his crew from Naruto, who could, like, play games. Luffy is the strong one in that case, because he has to, like, make sure his crew's alright. As, like, his crew just reassembled after, like, 2 years of being apart and shit. He ain't gonna lose them again. Like, that's the whole reason why he went and trained, so he can become more strong, fast, everything else. Speed is Luffy again. In the One Piece verse, it's Luffy, and Naruto is there and shit, right? But he's this is Naruto during the Pain Invasion arc. This boy is supposed to compared to Luffy and shit, yeah. Endurance is then Luffy. Luffy can, like, play the long game if he has to with Naruto. Durability goes to Luffy as well. Intelligence still goes to Naruto though. Don't worry, y'all. I ain't, delusional. I think Naruto is always gonna be smarter than Luffy. But Luffy is more experienced than Naruto. Or Naruto might think about doing something. Luffy won't think about it. He'll just do it. If he knows he wants to do it, he'll do it. Um, Close skills go to Luffy. Then the range skills go to Naruto. Recoup also goes to Naruto. Because he has, Sage Energy. Here, um, it he could still get to Mount Miyaboku. See, summoning jutsu. Mount Miyaboku, even in the Naruto world, is another place. So he could still do that shit, right? Um, Recoup goes to Naruto, but the hacks go to Naruto as well because he has the nine tails and shit. If things do so. And then the environment goes to Naruto here again. Now, this is where, some people be like, huh? But yeah, it goes to Naruto because, like I always say in these videos, the possibility of Luffy falling in the water is always an option. If it's not on, like, a certain island and shit where, like, water's not. Sabody's, like, right next to the water and shit, yeah. Naruto get lucky enough to, like, hit Luffy into the water, which he ain't. Um, he ain't going to do that. Luffy's just too fast. He's stronger. Um, and like he can play the long game. If he has to. Close skills, Luffy. And with all that being said, Luffy wins the second scenario. Not easily, of course. But Luffy still wins. And that's that for Sabaody, um, Luffy versus Naruto during the Pain Invasion arc. There you go. And so basically, if it's in Naruto's world, Naruto wins. If it's not, then Luffy wins in the One Piece world. That's how that one goes, y'all. So stay cool, call on the corner, and leave comments of what you think would happen too, man. I want to know. Comment that shit. I need more comments on these videos, like all of them, like every single one. Go back to another video and leave comments on these videos. Yeah, not just this one, but the other ones too. Um, but yeah, I want to know what you would like. Like, do what I do and lay it out like me, and I'll be like, okay, that's cool, and I'll leave comments and then reply to you guys. But stay cool, call in the corner.